So this is about the point where we're going to start. If you were to look through this woods here, down this direction is where the CP rails are. That we're going to call the new Milwaukee Road tracks. And the old Milwaukee Road tracks would be coming right through here. And I'll drive down to the other end of this so I can just kind of show you the general area where these tracks actually ran back in 1870. So just so you can get an idea where I'm at the back of the Public Works building in Red Wing. And that's our CP rails down there. And you can see it making a bend here. So I can't walk over to get in line with the rails because this building's here. So you can see where it curves. See that bend there? Well, when Milwaukee Road first put it in, it didn't bend there, it came straight on. Looks like some kind of a worker down there doing something on the tracks. But you get the idea. See how straight that railroad is and it bends. Well, it didn't bend there. It went straight on up into this point. And our building's here now. So I can't even stand and show you where it went because I'd have to stand on the building. But it went down in this direction. Okay, so we're going to drive down Tyler Road here. We're going to drive down to the end where it turns. And that's the railroad. That's our railroad bed right here. Now, give me a 20-foot window or something. Looking at it on the map and comparing it today, it looks like it starts off on the right side of this road, and by the time we get down to the end down there, it's going to be on the left side. So I parked my truck here. We're at the end of Tyler Road here in Cannon River Avenue. And here's a gate. This is owned by the Great River Power Company. And right about here where you see these poles, maybe just to the right a smidge, is where our 1870s Milwaukee Road tracks would have been. And they're still paralleling the Chicago Great Western. That's the bike path over there. And by the time we get down to the river, the maps show that that property is owned by the state of Minnesota. So I'm going to take a walk down this path and see if I can find a way to get down there. There's that archaeological preserve, and it looks like I may go down a path that's there on the map. So we're heading down this way on the Cannon Valley Trail. We're about a couple hundred feet in or so, maybe 300 feet, and I thought it's a good chance to look down here. You can see that old dirt road there. I know it's kind of bumpy and in bad shape, but about this point, that railroad is on this road. So I'm going to say that's the bed. You can see the ridge there. That ridge is awful straight. That's got to be man-made. It's a real pretty country out this way, and this is our 1870s rail bed, and out there is our 1909 rail bed. That was Milwaukee Road also. Now it's CP. So this is where I'm getting off of the Cannon Valley Trail. And we're going to go down here to this Archaeological Preserve. Right over there.
Archaeological. No. Once you master how to pronounce it,
yeah,
then you have to spell it.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
All those vowels.
Anyway, we're going to go right right where they have this road blocked off. Walk around that, and you can walk around that. They're just trying to keep vehicles out of there. And we're going to walk down to that preserve and see if we can find a trail to bring me down to the river. So that's the direction I'm headed, down that path. But it looks like I'm going to get sidetracked for a minute, so we'll head up here a second. So this is where they did their archaeological digging.
Archaeological.
There we go, archaeological digging. This is kind of cool. I have to watch where I'm walking here. So this is towards the Red Wing. And this is cut out here. I think they used this for an old fishing hole at one time. That's our rail bed. And we're going to go out there by the river. So we're back to that old question, you know. 1870 when this railroad first came in. Could that be that old? There's a couple of old pilings of some kind. Looks like a couple of more there. How old do you think that is there? That stone. And then this is the far side. This is the north side, but there's no way for me to get back there easily, so you won't get a view from the other side. Isn't this cool though? There's several legs, you know, of the Cannon River out this way, so this is going out towards the Mississippi. That way. Well, someone's been back here, probably fishermen, eh? It's probably their own private fishing hole. Isn't this cool? There you go. See how high up that is? One more view here before we leave. So I am back on Collishan Road. I think that's how you say it. Collishan Road. It's a little bit about the train here. I don't know if this road's been, it's been redone since the 1870s, that's for sure. I don't know how high up it was at one time or anything, but right now, down in this area, this is what's called Cannon Junction. And on the plat map, you can see 3 or 4 buildings that were here. And they would have been down in this area over there. But we're going to take a look down here in this direction. Right down in there is our railroad bed. And it goes out that way. Okay, there's my truck. Behind the trees up there. Came down, walking on the path. And this is the first place I wanted to stop at. See if I could find it, and I did. Right there, we're on the split. If we go down that way, we're going the Red Wing. If we go this way, we're going out to Welch and Cannon Falls. And I'll show you more of this as we head down this main line. So now I came down here. This is the north part of the Y, and it intersects right up in there. Again, this is the line that's going out towards Eggleston, and this one's coming from Eggleston going out to Welch and Cannon Falls. And you know, I never noticed it until just a few minutes ago, but there's the other side of that Y, and you can see the water there below it. And the same thing here. See the bowl in the land here? And I'll bet that all the dirt to raise that bed up like that came from right down here, because this follows this water hole, or this. See how it's dug out of there? That's got to be what they used for the rail bed, and it's the same thing over on the other side. You know, 2 and 2 is 4, but sometimes it takes the old man, you know, a little time to figure things out. Yeah, but I'll bet that's what that is. Sure, it's got to be. So this is where the north end comes together. And that's where I was just at, looking at that water hole. But on this side, it's kind of like the same thing. There's a rail bed. Looks like that could have been dug out. If I follow that around, there's our rail bed swinging around that way. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm still working my way south to see where all this came together, but that's the main line, okay? All right. Right out there is the north part of the Y, the triangle out there. See it? See that rail bed? And right about where these trees are here, they're in my way, but right back there is where they start to come together again. And now this is the south side of that Y, going down this way. And that comes together right down in there. So I'll go back up on top, and we'll head down in that direction. See if we can see where it came. Okay, we're getting close to where the junction started on the south end. That's the direction we're coming from. There you go. That's part of that Y. Right there. And it's coming together up here. So I'll walk up there. Okay, I've walked a considerable distance back, and this would be bringing us out to Red Wing. And we're at that Y, that triangular junction. So right down this way brings you to Eggleston. Let me move over just a little bit. This way brings you out to Welch and Cannon Falls. Going out to Eggleston. Behind me is Red Wing. This is going out to Welch and Cannon Falls. Right down there. These are the two southern points of that triangular junction where they come together, where I'm standing, that Y. Had to follow this a little ways. You can see where it's starting to make a bend up there. It's going to wind around to the left to connect into that other track. And there's our main line. Looking at it from here, you can actually see the ground where they come together right up here. Isn't that cool? So up that way is our rail bed. Oh, maybe 150 or so feet is where we saw the southern point of that Y where it split. So I'm about 150 feet to the south, and this is our rail bed right here. This is it. See how high that is? And look at this. Here's the ruins of, it would be that second bridge coming from Red Wing. That's what this would be. Isn't that cool? Look at that stone out there. I'll bet that's 1870, eh? Could be. Same thing with that, well, not this one. This one here looks like it's a lot newer. Maybe a replacement for the bridge, you know, when it went in, but look at that one back there. Isn't that cool? I'll bet that could go back to 1870. Look at it, it just keeps going. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 of them. We'll have to look at the map again. I'll bring up the map and I'll show you where I'm at right now. Sometimes I can't make out what I'm seeing till I have it on camera. But that looks like, you know, that's how high the rail bed was at one time back there. Isn't this cool? This is cool stuff. I'm loving this. You know, there's a lot of trees in front of me here. I'm on the road. But you can see that Y from up here. And right down in here, that's the space in between the Ys. And they connect right out in there. Well, what do you think so far? We got to see Cannon Junction. You know, that's one of those little towns that popped up, I think, when they put in the railroad. And that's probably where it got its name. Cannon because of the Cannon River, and Junction because of the railroad. Cannon Junction. I wonder if that was like Petticoat Junction. Anybody remember that show? Yeah, anyway, we're gonna head off down this direction right here. That's gonna bring us to Eggleston. And the rail line, the bed out here has faded out, you might say. So we're gonna have to go and see if we can find it again down there. So hop in my truck and we'll head down there. So we've moved down a ways, and this is where that whole Cannon Junction area on the map was, if you looked at the old plat maps, and the railroad should have been coming through here. And heading out this way. And this road that my truck's on, right there, coming down towards us, that ended right here. This was the end of the road. So look around this way. This is our new road. Yeah, the new road. Anyway, going back in the day and looking at those plat maps, there were some buildings back here. We can't say exactly where they were, but in reference to this road that showed the buildings. So we know that at one time there was a railroad depot here and an express office and a few other buildings. And I couldn't tell you where they were. you know, because I can't find the railroad here. But this is the end of this video. And when we come back and start our next video, we're going to be heading down this road. We're going to walk down this road and see if we can pick up the railroad again on our way to Eggleston from Cannon Junction.